Red Bull has made a crucial admission about its 2025 season. According to new team boss Laurent Mekies, the RB21 will see out the rest of the year with only minimal upgrades. In other words, what we saw in Hungary is more or less what we're going to get until Abu Dhabi. And that is a massive statement because this is Red Bull we're talking about, the team that dominated Formula One for years, built around the genius of Adrian Newey and the relentless brilliance of Max Verstappen. But in 2025, that dominance has collapsed. Red Bull now sits fourth in the Constructors' Championship, more than 40 points behind Mercedes, and the gap to McLaren and Ferrari feels even larger. Out of Red Bull's 194 points this year, 187 belong to Verstappen. Yuki Tsunoda has contributed almost nothing to the total. And while Verstappen has managed to drag the RB21 to 2 race wins, it's clear this car is nothing like the unstoppable RB19 or RB20. Instead, it's a difficult, unpredictable machine that even Max struggles to tame. Hungary was the low point. Verstappen could do no better than 9th, Tsunoda 17th. A humiliating result for a team that once expected victory everywhere it went, and Mekies admitted it openly. Red Bull is not strong on tracks like the Hungaroring, where mechanical grip and slow-speed performance expose the car's weaknesses. But Mekies also tried to soften the blow. He pointed to Spa, where Verstappen surprised everyone with his sprint performance. If we can extract more from weekends like Hungary, Mekies said, then hopefully we can fight better elsewhere. That's optimism, but the reality is clear. Red Bull is no longer the standard. McLaren is faster, Ferrari is more consistent, and Mercedes is quietly outscoring them. And here's the key reason: development is over. Red Bull, like most teams, has already switched its focus to 2026. But unlike the others, Red Bull faces an even greater challenge because they aren't just building a car, they're building an engine. For the first time in their history, Red Bull will become a full-scale power unit manufacturer in partnership with Ford. This is a seismic shift. The project was originally supposed to focus on hybrid systems and battery technology, but Ford's involvement has grown massively. According to Ford's motorsport boss, Mark Rushbrook, they're now helping with almost the entire car, even combustion engine parts and production. That's huge because it means Red Bull is trying to do everything at once: stay competitive in 2025, design a brand new chassis for 2026, and simultaneously build an engine from scratch with a new partner. It's a workload no team has attempted in the modern cost cap era. And maybe that explains why the RB21 has stagnated. The truth is, the financial regulations force choices. Every dollar, every wind tunnel run, every hour of simulation has to be accounted for. So Red Bull has made its choice. Sacrifice the present to secure the future. It's a gamble. If they nail 2026, this painful year will be forgotten. If they miss, this could be the beginning of a long decline. And here's my opinion. Red Bull's strategy is risky, but it makes sense. They know they cannot catch McLaren this year. They know Mercedes has momentum. So why waste resources on a fight they cannot win? Instead, they are betting everything on being ready for the reset, just like Mercedes did in 2014 when the hybrid era began. The question is whether Verstappen will have the patience. Right now, he is carrying Red Bull almost single-handedly. And while he is still capable of magic, even his brilliance cannot mask the fact that the RB21 is, at best, the 3rd or 4th fastest car on the grid. If Red Bull struggles again in 2026, Verstappen may start to look elsewhere. And that would be the true catastrophe for this project. For now, the RB21 is done. Minimal upgrades, minimal hope. But in the background, Red Bull and Ford are building something much bigger. The partnership has expanded far beyond its original scope, and if it succeeds, it could reshape the future of Formula One. So the story of Red Bull 2025 isn't about podiums or championships, it's about survival and transition. This is the painful bridge year on the way to 2026. The question is, will that bridge lead back to glory or straight into disaster?